Let's open up some Attack on Titan. UVS Games has sent me a couple products here early to open up for everybody for a video. And before I jump into these cards, let me just say that these playmats are awesome. Between the Godzilla playmats and the Attack on Titan playmats, UVS Games is massively stepping up their playmat game. But they've sent me a couple Clash decks here. We got Mikasa and Levi. We'll get into these after the box. And they've sent me a booster box of the latest series, a new IP coming into Universus, Attack on Titan Battle for Humanity. And we know a second set for Attack on Titan is coming out in November. So if you're a massive Attack on Titan fan, then you'll want to be jumping into Universus for at least the next several months. Let's start off with the box. These are available this Friday, is when they officially release to everybody. We had pre-release just this past weekend, and I've been feeling some major FOMO from seeing lots of other people open up product and seeing all their awesome pulls. I'm very thankful that now we get the chance to open it up. All right, and some other box openings that I watched from other content creators, I noticed that they had like the secret rares on top and then the ultra rares on bottom. And I'm not sure if that's consistent throughout all the boxes. So just in case, what I'm gonna do is take out all of our packs here, and we're just gonna like mix them up a little bit so that we get, just in case, that's, I'm not for sure how this works, but now we'll get our ultra rares at all points. And I'm not even sure if that's a real thing. One thing that I want to point out before I get into opening these packs is that I noticed on the back of these wrappers that this wrapper is a little different from past Universus ones. And I noticed on the back that it says, let's see, printed in Singapore. So in the past, they had, it was printed in Japan, and then they went to USA printers. The card quality for the USA printers was much, much lower than the ones printed in Japan. Then they went back to the Japan printers, and now it seems that they've gone to Singapore now. And at my pre-release, I thought the card quality was quite good. It feels a little bit different than past Universus cards, but not that much different. I can tell right away that the packs are a little bit more loose. The pack, there's a little more room for the cards to move around inside the pack. But I also noticed that this pull tab is a lot easier than in past sets. So there's some positives and some negatives, but just something I thought I would point out. Now let's get rid of the box and jump into these packs. On every pack, I'm just going to pull aside maybe one card to talk a little bit more in depth about. I think from watching the other creators that it's 3 from the bottom if you want your rarest card to be in the back. I don't know if chrome rares show up everywhere in the pack or only in the rare slot. We'll just have to see when I pull one. I've never pulled a chrome rare, but if I pull number 15 Levi, I will literally go berserk on camera. Okay, we got Death Rattle, Incapacitating Strike, Nape Strike. Oh, secret rare in the first pack, and I totally did my 3 from the back thing wrong. I totally got it wrong. I'll have to check on my next pack, but check that out. Secret rare, 4 cards in, Whirling Slash on air, 3 high 5. You can commit 3. It's going to get 3 speed. Your next one's going to get 3 speed and -3 difficulty. Very, very neat card here. Let's put that down here. Faith in the Walls, if you're a wall counter character. Extermination Shot. Don't you love that art of just smacking that head off? That is what Attack on Titan manga is all about. By the way, this is manga based. So what you're seeing here is art out of the manga, not out of the anime. And a lot of the early, so I was 1 off. So I should have done, I don't know, maybe it was just the secret rare. I'll check on the next one on what the count is to make sure your rare card's in the back. But we get Krista here. Yeah, but one thing you'll notice about the manga is that this is all manga art. And in the beginning, the manga art is a little more, I'm not going to say rough, because I think it's really, really neat and like niche. But the manga author definitely gets better and better as the series goes on. So that's something I'm looking forward to with the second set of Attack on Titan as well. But I love being manga art. I've personally never read Attack on Titan manga. I only watched the anime. So seeing the card panels here has been a new experience for me. let's see. So the rare card, well, we'll just see when we open this. Breach the perimeter, bar the door, shrewd observations, shocking revelation, inner strength, strike, throw, submit. Now that's an awesome manga panel right there. Hans, and there's our rare, the curiosity of Armin, Titan's power, Marco's potential, and line up the shot. So let's see, that was 1, 2, 3. So I did have it right when I went, oh, I opened it from the back and I took 3 of these. Now I see my issue. So what I should have done is gone 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm learning here. Let's see, one card to talk about from this pack, I think, would be Marco's potential. I'll put my characters over here. But Marco's potential, I think, is going to be very, very good. Whenever you destroy a foundation, you can flip and clear your card pool. If it happened to do a rival's effect, then you also get to draw a card. It's at response speed, so if you use something like Go for the Win, like if you're playing Levi, who has Death and Air, you can clear your card pool with Go for, you can destroy something with Clear for the Win, flip this, and then kick something from your card pool. A very, very powerful 3 difficulty here. Okay, so I think I learned my lesson. I go 1, 2, wait, that wouldn't work. I can't figure it out, guys. I'm just gonna not worry about it. Grin and Barrett, smarts over strength, mercy, effective punishment, enormous outburst, Ymir. Oh my gosh, we got another secret rare? No way. Coordinated strike? 2 secret rares, 1 box? We have 14 secret rares this set. One of those is a character and then 13 secret rares. Could it be that you get 2 secret rares a box? Or are things just all over the place? I have another secret rare here. This is 2 packs and we've got 2 secret rares. These are 2 that if you go and watch my secret rare tier list, I put both of these in the good category. Coordinated Strike just has 0 costs here. Hey, mill 3, you're getting 1 damage for every weapon attack in your card pool, in your discard pile. So if you play all weapons, this thing could just be 5 mid 13. And then it scales pretty nicely because you get this Deadlock Stun 4 on it. 2 secret rares, 3 packs in. This has been surprising. Maybe 3 secret rares? Maybe. All right. Dangerous subjects. Seize the opportunity. Dismantling the wall. Running out of time. Saving stab. You can't catch me. Necessity. Quiet contemplation. Defend the rear. Erwin Smith, we got a foil character. There we go. And the Survey Corps. What better rare to get whenever you get a rare Erwin for it to be the asset Survey Corps. Very nice. So we're not doing XRs anymore. We used to have this XR rarity, but now some characters are just going to come foil, and those are basically XR characters. You can think of them that way. I'm going to put it down here with my characters, or maybe I'll put it off to the side so that we can keep track of how many XR characters I get. Let me just mention that I'm going to be playing a lot of Attack on Titan Spotlight. My next local qualifier is Attack on Titan Spotlight. And foundations like this might not be that great in Standard, but in Spotlight's very, very good. Hey, commit for -2 speed. If it's a weapon attack, let's see if I get it closer to my camera here so you can read it. Let's see, it's out of focus. There we go. If it's a weapon attack, it gets -3 speed instead. This is very, very good in Spotlight, where a ton of attacks have the weapon keyword, right? A lot of these scout attacks, these air symbol attacks, have the weapon keyword. And now we can commit, and a lot of the time, we're committing for -3 speed on a spam foundation. This is going to see a lot of play. Well, this has been a pretty good opening so far. Foil character, 3 SRs. Reiner, Armored Titan. I'm telling you guys, sometimes it's like I do 3, sometimes I do 2. Fueled by tragedy, besieged. We're going to talk about this card, I can tell you right now. Consuming their own. This is my chance. Our foil here. Enemy scouting formation. Chase down. Titan free fall. Mikasa defeats the female Titan. Trust in Armin. Display of might. And then we got Reiner. And now this is the first set we have with transforming characters. Reiner's going to be one of the best. Flips over into the Armor Titan, and he absolutely ruins your rival's stage. And he has very, very strong defense. It's very thematic. That's one thing you'll notice about Universus. The designers do an incredible job of making it feel like you're playing the character that you're actually playing. So let's go and put, this is my chance here, and talk a little bit about Besiege. Besiege is basically a 6 mid 4 on a 3 diff. It says Blitz, and sometimes these uncommon cards to me can be a little bit hard to read with the way the background is on the text, but that's all right. And it's just a problem. Sometimes my phone goes in and out of focus. But it says, this attack can only be blocked by cards with a printed block modifier of 3 or greater. Basically meaning that they're going to be blocking this right on 3 + 3 for at least a 6 if they have no cards in their card pool. And that's very, very good stats for a 3 diff. But what makes that broken is that now there's a good chance your rival just isn't able to block it. Because typically you want to hold your 1 blocks, your 2 block modifier cards for defense. And this is saying, hey, if you only held 1 block mods and 2 block mods, you just can't block this. This is unblockable. So then you put this in a character like Hans, right? Hans down here, who's adding tons of damage. And pretty soon you could have like a 10 damage move that just your rival can't block. Very, very powerful card. Almost made it into my top 10. By the way, just recently made a video on my top 10 cards in Attack on Titan. So if you haven't yet, go and check that one out here. Humanity's Weapon, Unpredictable Maneuvers, Selfish Strike, Titanic Leap. We're seeing these 4-check attacks with very, very high difficulty, but also massive stats. Assault on Utgard Castle, Eaten by the Bearded Titan, Bertolt. And by the way, and Crisis of Confidence, and Bert transforms here into the Colossus Titan. Terrific Trio, Unraveling Plans, Fiery Stare. Daring Confrontation, Fight for Your Friend, Learned Technique, Battle While Bandaged, Instinctual Urges. These Titans, man, they're freaky. Bright-Eyed Dreams, Bearded Titan, Mikasa arrives at Utgard Castle, Weight of Responsibility, First Official Kill, Activate the Coordinate. Let's put Bearded down here. And yeah, let's talk about Learn Technique a little bit. We have a 4 high 5 on a 4 diff with powerful 3. After you block an attack with this card, your rival's next attack gets -2. I love cards like this. This is just generically strong. Typically a 4 diff is a 4/4, so this being a 4/5 is already a little better than normal. Now it has powerful 3. That's a decently strong ability, and then it also plays nice defense. If we're going to block something with this, the next one gets -2 speed. So this is just a solid all-around card. I'm not sure it's going to see a lot of play in standard format, but in Spotlight, it's absolutely going to be around everywhere. It's also got the weapon keyword, which a lot of characters care about. They could print as many of those kind of cards as they want. They're just fun. It reminds me of like that Punch, right? Hardened Uppercut. I think it's a +0 high block, and it says like the next one gets -2 speed. You can like destroy some face downs for something, but it's basically like a 4 diff version of Hardened Uppercut, and I'm all here for it. Swift Swipe, Voice of Vengeance, Tear Down the Wall, Take Out Both Its Eyes, Open Wide, Distracting the Female Titan, Big Mouth Titan, ooh, ultra rare, Execute orders. 66. Repay a debt. Wall artillery. Levi's overhead strike. All right, let's talk about execute orders, because this is a card that I think I almost put in my top 10. I had some people convince me not to put it in my top 10 at the last second, but it almost made it there for me. It's just a 6/6/5 diff that adds a foundation to your hand. So right away, you can just add a face-down attack. If you have any sort of way where you've built a face-down attack into your stage, you can pick it up. Or you could just pick up like a committed 2 or 3 diff and make this like an 8/6, 9/6. And then when you block with it, which it's a +1 mid block, so you can block any attack in the game with this card pretty much, unless they're playing like Besiege, where you can only block with 3 block mods. And then it says, after you block with this card, foundation cards get -1 difficulty this turn. That's a very sneaky, strong response, especially if it's like turn 2, your rivals played like 3 attacks, then you block with this, and now they just can't even build anymore. It's just going to be a big feels bad moment for your rival early on in the game when you slam that down on defense. Let's see, let's put ultra rares down here. I guess I've got a very Irwin box opening so far. Scared Stiff. Enemy scouting formation, chase down, shocking revelation, take out both its eyes, trust in Armin, smiling Titan, final words, sword skills, clear the perimeter, failed rescue. Let's talk about final words. Definitely one of like the top 25 cards in this set. Form, sacrifice, destroy rival foundation, your combat phase ends. Basically, as the very last thing you do after you play your attacks, after you play your foundations, you form with this from your stage and you just blow up any rival foundation that you want. You get to blow it up. This is going to go in a lot of these death decks, like Kirishima 3 or Reiner, that just want to obliterate their rival's stage. But it also is just going to generically be very strong to where you're selectively destroying a rival foundation. Put that rare down here. A Titan Medium. This is a new type of card in this set where it's a backup. Your rival can attack this instead of your health. Follow-up barrage. The Titans are coming. Last second dodge. That day. Secure the prisoner. Connie. Oh, we got a Pearl card. Double bladed spin. And then we got these other 3. I'm going to talk about this Pearl card. These Pearl and Obsidian rares are a new type of alt rarity coming with Attack on Titan that's meant to celebrate the manga. So what the Obsidians are basically the secret rares have these alternate arts where they look all black. And then the ultra rares have these alternate arts where they look all white. And it's meant to celebrate the black and white nature of the manga. And you can see that the foiling on this is absolutely gorgeous. You know, these are cards that I've loved for display pieces. I love for collectors. I'm not sure as a player, like you can play with these if you want. As a player, like I'm probably not going to be playing with them because they're a little bit harder to read than, of course, your normal cards. But as display pieces or as a collector pieces, very, very neat. Let's put that up there. Honor-bound Protector. Deferring Perspectives. Ruthless Savagery. Reiner. I'm With You. Ultra Hard Steel. Another Smiling Titan. Heated Clash. Vertical Maneuvering Equipment. Titan Pile. Horrifying Realization. Let's talk about Horrifying Realization. We've already seen it smiling, so I won't put that down there. This is one of the best spam foundations in the set. It's form flip. Each player discards a card and draws 1 card. If your rival didn't discard a attack, or if they discarded a foundation this way, they commit 1 foundation. So this is encouraging your rival to discard an attack. And what that's going to do is really hurt your rival's sculpt. You can draw early on in your turn before you even play an attack. That's the power of that form speed. The earlier you get to draw on your turn, the better it is, because now you get more decision-making time. And it's just stun 1 if your rival chooses not to hurt their sculpt. So all around, very solid spam foundation. This set, by the way, is almost 300 cards. So even on these commons and uncommons, we don't see a lot of like multiple copies. You'd have to buy a lot of boxes to get play sets of everything. Armin's Fate, Loss of Conscious, Panicked Astonishment. We got another Connie Springer and Smiling Titan Attacks. Our first shift attack, I think. So this one is a 7/4, 6/6, forces your rival to spend momentum, but then it shifts in the end phase into the Smiling Titan, a backup that says form your rival has to play. Your rival's first attack next turn must attack this backup. Basically, you don't have to block your rival's first attack. Then trying to reach air in futile attempts, sword skills. So there we go. We have our first shift attack. Sharp Weapon, Lumbering Monstrosity, Acceptable Losses, Reconsider, All a Soldier Can Do, Disrupting Plans, Levi Ackerman, our first one, an ultra rare character. So this is a pretty sick pull. This is, I already made a deck profile for my Death Levi build. That was before the full set was revealed, so I've made quite a few updates. I could probably do an updated video on it, but go and check it out. I've played a lot of Death Levi. Very, very fun character. Jaw Titan Attacks. We got another shift attack. 6/4, 6/6, gain 2 health, and then you get to flip it to become the Jaw Titan. It has this tenacious ability. Lose 3 stamina. After your rival plays an ability that increases their health, cancel it. They cannot gain health this turn. So this attack just murders Ymir because it doesn't say non-character, right? So you just say, hey, you can't gain health this turn. You're not going to be killing me. So it's kind of funny that Ymir is taken down by her own attack here. Clear the perimeter, failed rescue, meeting Hajj. I could talk about meeting Hajj, but I'll do that another time. All right, Levi will join our characters down there. Is that an ultra rare? I think we got an ultra rare. Let's just get to it. Let's just get to it. Dramatic Scene. Hey, this is really solid. 2 diff, commit, -3 speed. I mean, this is going to be a 4 of on like all of my air spotlight decks. Beast Titan appears. Hans. Fortify Walls. What better ultra rare than for Hans, the main guy on the garrison? This basically says every turn this is going to get a wall counter. You can flip and add all those wall counters to someone else, or you can flip for minus speed for every wall counter it has. Oh, Horse Toss. This is just some of my favorite art. There's got to be no like bigger feeling of power than just reaching down and chucking a horse. Not that I would do that, even if I could. I'm just saying. Face First Lunge, Night Terrors, 57th Expedition, Reconsider, Disrupting Plans, Swallowed by an Abnormal. Poor guy. Poor guy in there. That would just ruin your day, getting swallowed by an abnormal. Attack Titan emerges. Raise Walls, Seething Anger, Willing Recruit. So this was kind of like our action pack here. But instead of talking about these neat 0 diff actions, I'm going to talk about our rare here. And let's put Annie down here. Attack Titan emerges is going to be absolutely broken in some characters. Sacrifice a foundation. After you play this card, build a foundation from your discard pile with difficulty less than the sacrifice card's difficulty. So blow up your committed 3 diff, build any 2 diff from your discard pile. If there's one, that's a big deal towards making your turn lethal, then you can just build it straight in. Basically, this is a 2 difficulty attack as well, because you blow up a committed, build in a ready. So 2 diff, 2 low 3, build something ready from your discard pile. Somebody's going to break it. I'm not sure who. Somebody will. Okay, Aaron's Trial. Vengeful Intent. Careful Plot. Flashy Technique. Rocky Alliance. Powerful Escort. Sasha. I think this is our first Potato Girl, one of my favorite characters. The Apathy of Annie Leonhardt. The way I did that definitely did not justify. I was expecting a chrome rare there. Nullifying Force. Fight to the death. Fight for survival. Let's put Sasha down here. Jump into the next one. Let's see. What do we have left? 3, 6, 7, 8. We still have hope. We still have hope. Bertolt's Envy. Propelled Kick. Fast Friends. Respected Commander. Distress Constellation. Military Offensive. Hanj. Increased Hostility. For our ultra rare, got a couple more here. Let's talk about Increased Hostility. Because check this out. Let's see, was this it? I think this was my pre-release polls. These are the Gen Con promos, by the way. I have these here. Yeah, these were my pre-release polls. Look what I pulled in my pre-release kit. I pulled 2 copies of Increased Hostility this weekend in my pre-release kit. So now I've got copy number 3. I think the world is telling me I have to find an Increased Hostility character to play. The first one that comes to mind is Bionic Menace for me. Godzilla Bionic Menace removes 3 off the top of his deck every attack. This says if you have 2 or more attacks in your remove pile, this gets +2 damage. If you have 5 or more attacks in your remove pile, it gets +3 speed. So if you have 5 attacks in your remove pile, this becomes a 6 low 5. And then if you add on Mecha Gods or Bionic Menace, this would be like an 8 low 7 on a 3 diff. That's insane. So that's the first character that comes to mind to break this 3 diff. But I now am the proud owner of 3 of them. So I have to do something. Faith in the Walls. Extermination Shot. I think I had those first 2 on another pack as well. Commander's Rage. Toothy Bite. Funeral. Armored Skin. Let's talk about Open Wide. This is a common attack. After this attack deals damage, gain health equal to the damage dealt. Okay, not a big deal. It's only 3 damage. But if you have any kind of character that's adding serious damage to this, it doesn't say printed damage dealt. It just says damage dealt. So if this thing deals 10 damage and you gain 10 health, it's going to be nuts. That's on my wish list of things to see on stream. Someone just have a 20 damage open wide and go from 1 health to 21 health. How sick would that be? And then have that be what wins them the tiebreaker or something like that. Bar the Door, Shrewd Observations, Protect the Recruits, Dogged Pursuit, Reiner, Loss of Consciousness, Armin. We got an ultra rare again. Massive Swing, Incapacitating, Trying to Reach Aaron, Futile Attempts. Armin is actually the character that my brother pulled in his pre-release and played. And he said that he loved playing this character, and he's now obsessed with finding a way to make him work. Just being an 8-hander, always checking 5s. He won pre-release. I think he went 2 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw. But that's going to be his character for a little while. Titan Small, Intimidating Glare, Military Police, Armin's Fate, Call for a Ride, Panicked Admonishment, Marco, Gas Propellant, Tight Squeeze, Dig Deep, Ymir's Regeneration. Let's see, any of these that I want to talk a little bit more about. Maybe this asset, Gas Propellant. Sacrifice, everything gets +1 speed or everything gets -1 speed. You can choose when's the best time to play this. Most of the time you're going to want to play it on offense, but in a pinch, -1 speed, all of your rival attacks, that can be the difference of winning or losing. But what makes this card really fun is not that enhance. It's that response. Commit, spend, and momentum. After you play a card with the breaker ability, it gets +2. So you play a breaker 1, it's now breaker 3, or you play a breaker 3, it's now a breaker 5. Breaker is one of my favorite abilities in this game. So we have 4 ultra rares right now and 1 alternate art ultra rare. So let's see if we get 1 more ultra rare for 6 normal, or if it's like 6 between the rarities. Capture the target. This is a nice 41 difficulty foundation. Smiling Death, one of my, it's a common foundation, but it's in my top 10. If you go and watch my top 10 video. Splash from Above, Roar. This card is really cool. It does nothing, but it is a 3 high block. Boring Respite, We're Counting on You. Gene, Getting Back in Formation. Definitely one of the sickest pieces of art in the set. Annie's Gamble, Skilled Swordsmanship, Crush the Cavalry. What can I say? Mikasa is just an epic character. Everything she does is cool, and so is her character art there. Roar, Splash from Above, Smiling Death. I guess we could talk about this. I already did my top 10 video a little bit, but after this card is destroyed, flip a rival foundation. It's on the death symbol. We have Irwin destroys foundations on face. Marco, who we just opened, destroys foundations on face. We have tons of abilities that destroy foundations. It's not very hard, and it basically just says you get to flip a rival foundation. Ironically, I think this is a much better foundation in Standard than in Spotlight. In Spotlight, we don't really have that many super powerful foundations. But in Standard, there's always going to be a good target for that flip. So most cards are going to be better in Spotlight than Standard, but that's one of the rare ones where I'd rather have it in Standard. Titan, Honor Bound, Deferring Perspectives, That Day, All a Soldier Can Do, Same Old Field Rations, Big Mouth Titan, Grab the Moment, Meeting Hanj, Nape Strike, Death Rattle. Let's see, Grab the Moment. The order symbol has a ton of cards and attacks built around freezing rival foundations. Also, in the Spotlight format, draw is at an all-time premium. So 4 diff, 4 mid 4, freeze a rival foundation. If your rival is 2 or more frozen, draw 1 card. Hey, if you're playing any other kind of abilities that freeze things, right? If your attack package is kind of built around this concept, which a lot of order cards make that easy to do, then this is a 4/4, draw a card, plus freeze 1. If you get both sides of that ability off, it's a very powerful attack. Okay, we got 2 more. Rash Decisions, Get Moving, Underhand Smash, Toss Aside, Primitive Desire, Inner Strength, Krista, Change of Plans, Ultra Rare Foundation, and a few others here. This just says that if your rivals block 2 or more attacks, then you get a momentum. So, hey, your rival blocked everything. That's okay. You still get a momentum. How nice is that? And our last foundation, I believe. I know it can happen. So this will be the moment of truth for us, right? Do you get 6 normal ultra rares, or do you just get 6 ultra rares between the types of art? Dogged Pursuit, by the way, this is going to be very good in Spotlight. Not so great in Standard, but it's a 4 high 4, spend a momentum. You get to add one of these from your discard pile to your hand. So like I said, draw is at an all-time premium in Spotlight. We're going to like these. Scared Stiff, Shackling the Attack Titan. Hey, remember how I was talking about this order freeze things? hey, commit and freeze one rival backup or foundation. So there you go. You play this, follow up with this. Now you get to draw a card. Traumatic Scene, Titan's Pursuit, Irwin, The Lethality of Levi Ackerman, Jaws of Life, Hold at Bay, Connie Takes a Stand. Okay, so we have our answer. You get 6 ultra rares between the 2 rarities. And apparently per box you get 2 secret rares. Or I just got a really lucky box. I'm really not sure. So it could be that since we have double the amount of secret rares, you get double the amount in your boxes. Or it could just be that I have the best luck in the world. I always check 5s and I get the streamer's blessing and I just get to open 2 secret rares. So there we have it. Character rarity means that we didn't get to open every single character, right? There's rare characters like Bert here and Ymir. And then we have our ultra rare characters like Levi. And the ultra rare characters also have like alternate designs. So Levi has this alternate one that looks sick. And if I don't open in the case that I bought, I will be in the market for it to buy it. So there we go. We got 1 foil character, Irwin here. We got 1 Pearl rarity card, 5 ultra rares. My favorite of which is probably Execute Orders here. And then a ton of nice new shiny rare cards. Let's see, what's my favorite rare card? I didn't talk about it, I guess, but it's probably Crisis of Confidence. I'm going to be really curious how good this is. Form, spend a momentum, freeze a rival foundation. If they have 8 or more foundations, freeze 2. I'm really curious how powerful this is going to be. I'm definitely going to be building an order deck built around freezing. We really haven't seen a deck be super great at freezing yet. Beyond like some meme decks, right? Like Lock, for example. Maybe Midnight 2, I believe. But that's a mechanic that's really been underexplored and underdesigned. And so we have a lot of it this set, and I'm curious if I can make something happen with it. That's it for the box. If you were just here for the box, then yeah, I enjoyed having you. But now we're going on to our Clash decks. Let's check it out. This is the first time that these Clash decks are made entirely with cards from here. I have absolutely no idea beyond the characters what comes in these Clash decks. So this is all going to be new to me. Now it tells you back here, right? You get 2x of some things. I assume those are like rares, 3x, 4x of others. These are pretty cheap, I believe. I think they're like 12 bucks, 15 bucks. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. I apologize if I got it wrong. But this is a beginner standpoint. So there's 2 types of constructed decks coming in Attack on Titan. You got your Clash decks and you have your Challenger decks. Sorry, I'm opening this from the bottom like I'm a Titan. Don't mind me, okay? But here's what you get. You get a nice playmat here. It's just a little paper one. You can laminate it if you want, but it helps you out with, hey, this is how progressive difficulty works, right? That's where your momentum goes. That's where your character goes. You get this start here. I imagine this takes you to the UGN, play.uvsgames.com. I'm not sure, but you can scan this if you're curious. You could probably scan this like through the video right now if you wanted to, and go to the UGN. Yeah, and you can earn loyalty points when you play in events, and those are going to get you nice promo cards. Okay, these have that seal on them. I can never, ever, ever open these up. Let's see if I can find a way. Can I do it without hurting the cards? Maybe I'll just edit this and make it faster. Maybe I'll get too lazy and not edit it out. We will see. Okay, Levi Ackerman, strong soldier, 6-hander, 15 health. Your attack gets 4 speed. If you're thinking, wow, that seems a little weak for a main character, you would be right. These clash decks are built to play into each other and for beginners. These are not meant to take to an event to do really well. So if you're looking for a deck to purchase and immediately play at like your local game store in an event and do pretty well, you should buy the challenger decks. If you're a beginner, you just had a demo of the game, you're interested in learning more, then you should buy the clash decks, find a friend, someone else to buy the other clash deck, play them into each other, and you're going to have a really good time learning the game. Games won't go too long because, again, you're only 15 health, but it's going to teach you core mechanics and give you some good habits. And even though the character is not super playable in standard or really just beyond these clash decks, you still get 60 cards here. Positional advantage. You get 2 copies of this rare. We saw this rare lethality of Levi Ackerman. So you're getting 4 rare cards here as well. This 6 diff's kind of crazy, especially in Levi, the other Levi, the ultra rare one, where you get to pick it back up because it says that Blitz, your rival has to like add a foundation to their hand. So you can play this, make them debuild one, and then you can pick it up, play it again, and make them debuild another. Lethality, we get a couple copies of that. Get moving. 4 copies of that. This just massive 8 difficulty, 11 mid 7. We get some Levi's overhead strikes. Some line up the shot. Let me see. Let me do it like this. Line up the shot. Failed rescue. Flight fundamentals. Okay, I actually liked it the way I was doing it. We get some roars. Right? Our favorite card. Dude, when you get 4 of these out on stage, just good luck to your rival. You are taking them down. How are they gonna stand up to the power of 4 of this roar card in your stage? They're just gonna have to resign to you, I think. Traumatic Scene, pretty solid. You're getting 4 copies of it. Strike, throw, submit. Beast Titan appears. Toothy Bite. Get some ultra hard steals. Some more 8 difficulty moves. And yeah, then we saw the rest of these. So there you go. It's just a nice solid 60 card deck. You're getting some rares. Again, these are not expensive products. They're very much meant for your beginner in Universus. You're ready to start playing some actual games. Your friend picks up a deck, and there you go. And then you can pick up some booster boxes. And what I'm noticing is all of these are air and death cards. So if you open up a Levi, just take out this Levi, put the other Levi on top. And there you go. Now you could take this to your LGS and actually have a pretty fair shot at it. But for what it's doing, I think it's doing pretty well. Like, you're getting 60 cards at a pretty nice price point, and a chance to play the game. So Mikasa, and a lot of these cards, like, they're not overly complicated, right? Like, this is just a blank 11 mid 7 move. I don't see any assets or actions in here like there are in the challenger decks. So, you know, it's just teaching you better game fundamentals than the demo decks are. All right, Mikasa Ackerman, 615, also commit for +4 speed. So the same abilities as Levi. Again, you're just learning game fundamentals. All right, what rares do we get here? We get This Is My Chance. This is actually a very good spam foundation. Flip for +2 speed. If it's the only card in your card pool, you may clear it if it's completely blocked. That's very, very good. And then we get Mikasa arrives at Utgard Castle. Format 4, if you have 3 or more attacks in your card pool, you can discard a card. If you do, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. So, hey, this is my 3rd attack. I'm just getting a free momentum. I get to ramp a resource. So those are the rares you get. You also get moving. You get Mikasa here, seizing the opportunity. This one's really cool. You get to look at the top 4 and add a 3 difficulty attack to your hand. I'm not sure how much that's going to go off in this deck. Let's go look at the attacks. Do we have a lot of 3 difficulty attacks here? Incapacitating, saving stab, this, underhand smash. Do we just not have a 3 difficulty attack? Oh, we do. We do. All right, I just missed it. Mikasa's Unrelenting. Sorry, I went up here. Assault. 3 med 0, and then it gets damage equal to the speed of the attack. Previous to this, max 5. So could just be a 3 low 5, 1 low block, 3 diff. So you do have a potential pickup there. But let's see. We get more roars. Oh my gosh, we got them going up against each other now. Yeah, a lot of the same cards as the Levi deck. Incapacitating, I think I saw in both decks. Selfish Strike, I think I might have seen that in both decks. So, oh, we get some more 0 diffs here. Terrific Trio. So, yeah, pretty basic 60 card deck. Hey, like I said, it's not expensive. Buy them, learn the game, right? You want to go demo deck experience, clash deck experience, challenger deck experience. And then, hey, start building spotlight decks, and then from there, maybe if you want to dip your toes in standard format, go into there. And then if you're truly a crazy person, go to the retro format and start making some decks. So there's all sorts of different formats to get into with Universus, but this is your starting point. And these characters, they're not meant to be characters to win major events. They're meant to be learning characters. But you do get a decent starting point here with the 60 cards. So that was it for my box opening. What did you guys think? I think I did all right. Double secret rares. Got some nice ultra rares here. A holographic Irwin. I won't say no to that. Pretty solid. Well, guys, that's it for me. I've got a lot of content coming out over the next couple days. I'll probably have a Spotlight Hans profile. I'll have a top 10 standard cards made better with Attack on Titan. I'm going to be battling a friend. We're going to do this like meta versus meh battle where he takes like characters I don't think are very good in Attack on Titan, and he's going to battle me, and I'm going to be playing the best characters in Attack on Titan. And then we're going to see if he can embarrass me and defeat me with the cards, with the characters that I said maybe weren't so great. So you have that to look forward to. I appreciate you guys sticking around here, watching and listening to me as I open up some Attack on Titan. I'll see you next time.